Now, India mourns the death of its top military commander, General Bipin Rawat, his wife Madhulika Rawat, and 11 others who died in a military chopper crash in Tamil Nadu's Coonoor. Locals have showered flower petals to the ambulance, the hearse vans that were carrying the mortal remains of CDS, his wife and other personnel that reached the Sulur Air Base from Madras Regimental Centre. People in large numbers thronged the Sulur airport to pay their last respects to India's brave hearts. People were also seen chanting Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Children were also not behind. They were right there in the forefront, cheering and also giving out their condolences. In fact, they were seen holding the tricolour, paying respects to CDS Bipin Rawat. From Sulur Air Base, the mortal remains will be now taken to Delhi by air before the cremation, and identification will also be done. Cremation of General Rawat and his wife will also take place in Delhi Cantonment on Friday. The people will, in fact, public will be allowed to pay their last respects from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Between this time, the public will be allowed to trickle in and pay their last respects. Earlier, a wreath-laying ceremony took place at the Madras Regimental Centre in Tamil Nadu's Wellington. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin paid last respects to CDS and to others who lost their lives. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also briefed both houses of the Parliament and paid his tribute. He revealed the sequence of events that led to the unfortunate death of CDS.
जनरल बिपिन रावत डिफेंस सर्विसेज स्टाफ कॉलेज वेलिंगटन के स्टूडेंट ऑफिसर से इंटरेक्ट करने के लिए अपने एक शेड्यूल्ड विजिट पर थे। एयरफोर्स के Mi-17V5 हेलीकॉप्टर ने कल 11:48 पर सुलूर एयरबेस से अपनी उड़ान भरी, जिसे 12:15 पर वेलिंगटन में लैंड करना था। सुलूर एयरवेज के एयर ट्रैफिक कंट्रोल ने लगभग 12:08 पर हेलीकॉप्टर से अपना कांटेक्ट खो दिया। बाद में कूनूर के पास जंगल में कुछ स्थानीय लोगों ने आग लगी हुई देखी। जब वे भागकर उस स्थान पर पहुंचे तो उन्होंने मिलिट्री हेलीकॉप्टर के अवशेष को आग की लपटों से घिरा हुआ देखा।
And we cut across to our battery of reporters joining us from on ground, extensively covering the final journey of CDS General Bipin Rawat along with his wife Madhulika Rawat and others who've lost their lives. Abhishek Bhalla joining us live from Delhi, Rixon Oman reporting from Sulur Air Base, Tamil Nadu. Let me start with Abhishek Bhalla. Abhishek, as per schedule, all the mortal remains have been taken to the Sulur Air Base and now they will be moved from Sulur by air to Delhi. Will supposedly be landing at around 7. Is all as per time and schedule?
Yes, an Air Force aircraft is taking the mortal remains to Delhi, and the scheduled time is around 7:30, and we are expecting the Prime Minister himself to be present there at the Palam Technical Area when that flight lands. The schedule after that is such that the mortal remains will be taken home, and tomorrow people can pay their homage, their last tributes to the CDS at his residence before the final rites are carried out. But another important aspect that I want to touch upon, Nabila, is that the tri-service investigation that has been ordered, that the Defence Minister spoke about, has already kicked off. In fact, a little while earlier, not very far away from the crash site, we saw the probe team moving to the crash site, and there were senior officers of the Air Force and the Army who are right now at the crash site. A drone team has also been brought in. The entire area is being mapped to make sure that nothing is left out. All the evidence is gathered so that finally it can be ascertained how this crash took place.
Right, Abhishek, you are there in Wellington, Tamil Nadu. We believe the mortal remains have already been moved from the Sulur Air Base by air. Let me cut across to Rixon for more information on that. Rixon, do take us through. We believe that the CJ-130 Hercules aircraft has already flown with the mortal remains of those deceased. They are now being brought to Delhi. Has it taken off? Is it as per schedule?
Absolutely, as per schedule, the mortal remains of General and 12 others were taken off from the Sulur Air Base. Right now, we are here at the Air Force Station in Sulur. Just at sharp 4 o'clock, the special flight carrying the mortal remains were taken from the Sulur Air Base. So what we have seen is that, 45 minutes before, the mortal remains were reached here at the Sulur Air Base, and the army has provided the arrangements for the army colleagues to pay the last tribute to the general and others. It's actually a 2-hour journey from Wellington to this Sulur Air Base. Actually, it's 85 kilometers. So throughout this 85 kilometers, we've seen that Nabila, a number of hundreds and hundreds of people were gathered on the two sides of roads and paying tributes to general and 12 others. And after reaching here, also what we have seen is that very emotional scenes outside the Sulur Air Base too, because hundreds of people gathered here and they raised slogans for General Bipin Rawat and others, and also for the army. What we heard is that we heard they are raising slogans for Indian Army and also for General Bipin Rawat. So actually the people were really they paid a tribute, they paid their last respect to General Bipin Rawat here outside the Air Force. And also inside the Air Force, what we are seeing is that the colleagues of General Bipin Rawat and other soldiers, they paid their last respect here inside the Air Force Station. And after that, a sharp 4 o'clock, the special flight carrying the mortal remains were taken off from the Sulur Air Base, Nabila.
Well, Brixton, here India Today has also access to shocking last footage of the ill-fated Mi-17 V5 chopper that crashed in Coonoor, killing CDS Gen Bipin Rawat. In fact, that video, which captured the last moments, appears to show exactly how it was in complete control, but then went into oblivion. It appears that the weather was terrible at that point, very foggy, and then the chopper disappeared into the clouds, and then we heard that it crashed. Here's a detailed look at that last video that was captured moments before the crash.
The frightful last moments of the ill-fated chopper carrying Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat, wife Madhulika and 12 defence personnel. Caught on camera by a group of unsuspecting youngsters on ground in the Nilgiris mountains. The chopper can be seen and heard roaring overhead, with no apparent wobble and maintaining what looks like a steady course, but dangerously close to the foliage on the ground, navigating through foggy and misty skies, with apparent bad weather and low cloud cover. The youngsters can be seen stopping on the path, wondering what's going on. The video then catches a loud booming explosion sound in the background as the chopper, now not on camera, crashes into the terrain. Taken aback, the group of young residents are seen exclaiming, "Has it crashed?" The video then abruptly stops, but not before giving some important insight into what exactly went wrong seconds before the fateful mishap.